When you think about when to take Social Security, it's one of the ones that generates more conflicting advice out there, probably than any other topic in personal finance for retirement. Do you take it early? Do you wait till full retirement age? Do you wait until age 70? It really depends. You could ask your neighbor, you could Google it, and ultimately what happens is you get 6 different answers. It is one of the most important factors you'll ever make. Again, according to the Social Security Administration, the decision of Social Security is going to provide roughly 40% of your retirement income. So this is one that you want to get right. And most people approach it with confusion because they don't have the right set of framework to decide. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this down. And by the end, what you're going to do is you're going to write down what age you plan on taking Social Security. And most importantly, you're going to know exactly what number makes the most sense for you. First, let's start with the basics of Social Security. If your full retirement age is 67 and you claim benefits at the age of 62, that is the earliest possible age, your benefit is going to be permanently reduced by about 30%. Not temporary, permanently for the rest of your lifetime. If you claim it at age 67, which could be considered your full retirement age, you get 100% of what your earned benefit is. That number is what Social Security has on file for you. And if you delay past age 67, you can delay all the way until age 70, and your benefits grow by 8% per year plus a cost of living increase. And again, you're going to get, with cost of living increased, roughly 130% of what your full benefit is every month, guaranteed, inflation adjusted for life. And that's a 50 or 60% difference in income for the rest of your life. Again, inflation adjusted, guaranteed, backed by the United States government. So that's not a small decision. That is one of the biggest impact financial decisions you can make in retirement time. But that doesn't mean that everybody should wait until 67. It doesn't mean everybody should wait until age 70. It means that you need to have a framework of when to make that decision. Again, that's why we're helping you create this written retirement income plan. And here's the question I ask every client that I get together with. Do you need the money now? Or do you need the income to last? If you need the money now, taking Social Security maybe is the choice because you don't have any other financial viability to do so. Your savings maybe isn't enough to bridge the gap to allow you to take later in life. Maybe you're single and maybe, your health and longevity is a concern for you. Then starting early may be the right call. It's legitimate based upon, kind of your real circumstances. But if you can bridge the gap, if you've got savings, retirement accounts, maybe a spousal income, maybe you're going to do part-time work, you can cover your expenses even for a few more years, then taking it early and delaying, you're going to get a larger guaranteed paycheck for potentially 20 or 30 years to come. I've heard about the break-even point. You've probably even run like the break-even analysis in your situation, and that's delaying benefits till later. And you've probably figured out the math that it falls somewhere typically in your late 70s, early 80s, and that's the age where mathematically it wins. But the real risk of taking Social Security early isn't that you're going to leave money on the table if you don't live a long lifespan. The real risk is that you live to 82 or 88 or 92, as many people do, especially in a married couple situation. The odds of one of the two of them living into their 90s is pretty high today. And, you could have spent the last decade of your life on a permanently reduced benefit when you could have had a much larger one. So if you're married, that Social Security decision, it becomes even significantly more complex and more important, especially when you think about when one of the spouses passes away, the impact on survivor benefits. The surviving spouse is only going to get to keep one of the two, the higher of the two Social Security. The smaller one's going to drop off. And that means if both spouses chose to take benefits early and lock in reduced benefits, the spouse that's living into their 80s or 90s, that surviving spouse could have a decade or more of a check that's 30% smaller than it had to be. The higher income earner delaying Social Security benefits to later in life is not a personal financial decision to take alone. It's more of income insurance when you think about protecting your surviving spouse. It can be, one of the single most effective longevity protections for a married couple to make. A common strategy for married couples is this: the lower income earner claims early, sometimes at 62 or 64. They bring in some of the guaranteed income to help you cover if you have a gap in your household, while the higher income earner delays maybe until full retirement or age 70. That way, what happens is you've got that income flow coming in, you've got some of the maximization of the family's benefits that's going to protect the surviving spouse longer in life. And this is a conversation it's really worth having. It's worth running the numbers with an advisor who specializes in Social Security optimization and can model the number based upon your specific numbers. Because the framework that you have here and the factors that you make in these decisions, they commonly shift the decision of when timing should be right in one direction or the other. Health and family history, if longevity runs well in your family and you're in good health, delaying could strongly favor your situation. If you're single, maybe you have serious health concerns, claiming early could deserve more weight. Your savings bridge the gap, and your savings can bridge, the capacity. So can your portfolio sustain withdrawals more heavily in the early years, say in those first couple of years, to allow you to delay, anywhere from 3 to 8 years of collecting Social Security? And if so, then delaying is more viable in your situation. If, again, drawing down that investment income is something that's possible. If it's something that drawing down aggressively makes you uncomfortable, maybe it puts you at more risk, that changes the math based upon what your numbers are. Tax planning, taking Social Security early can impact things like your healthcare costs, especially if you retire before the age 65 and you need to navigate affordable healthcare. So there's unexpected tax consequences that can come up as well, like if you're still working before your full retirement age, you're drawing Social Security. It's not necessarily a question a worksheet can answer, but it's worth knowing how that factors into your situation. So if you're still working and you claim Social Security before your full retirement age, you got to watch out for their earnings income test that could be above a threshold, and it could be a temporary reduction of what your benefits are. So make sure you pay attention to that if you do plan on still working and draw early. So based upon what you know, your health, your savings capacity to help bridge the gap, your spouse's situation, if it's applicable, write down the age that you're planning to start taking Social Security. It doesn't have to be final, right? Again, on this worksheet, your plan can change, but by writing down the number is going to move you in the right direction from something that you're worrying about to something that now you're planning for. And this shift, it really matters more than what you think.